Blue Water Islands. The retail is just not exactly working in Blue Water Islands. You can see that there's not a lot of crowd in Blue Water Islands, even though the prices really spiked. Ima Beachfront, even though it's an exclusive, unique destination, the Airbnbs did not work as people expected. JBR, the crowds were always very high, but nowadays the crowd has decreased considerably in JBR. But downtown is at a constant high, right? Downtown Business Bay, there's always traffic. Now, these factors are very important for you to understand before making an investment, especially because the prices are rising. Now, small factors, as in, what is the difference between JVC and Dubai Hills? They're right next to each other in terms of numbers, right? Same thing. Let's say Business Bay versus downtown. In fact, even Shobha Heartland, they're all right next to each other, right? What is the difference? In terms of, let's say, Address Skyview Towers is one of those towers that the prices have increased considerably over the last few years. Now, I don't want to listen to anyone who told me, okay, from 21 to 24 the prices increased. I need to know from 24 to 26 how much will the price increase, because we did not anticipate this growth spurt post COVID. But now there's so much data to deal with that we need to be careful. Now I'm coming towards Marjan Island, right? The reason of explaining all of this to you is today in this video, I'm going to take you to explain the sort of crowd, the intensity, the occupancy, the potential investment return, where to invest. This is what we're going to try and understand, you and me together in this video. Okay, now, what is Marjan Island? Okay, so there's a trunk, collect the palm. Okay, you have, let's say, this is a treasure island. Okay, so this is treasure island. Then you have the Dream Island. This is where the Wynn Casino is. And then you have your View Island. Okay, this is where a lot of action is happening. Okay, so View Island. Now, in the whole of here, 1,700 rooms. Now, when you go to a destination, all right, okay, let's presume that, okay, as soon as people land at the airport, and something very interesting is that, okay, like apart from this trunk, there's another separate bridge that goes direct from the mainland to Dream Island. Okay, this is like how towards Blue Water Island you can go straight. Today, I'm going to show you some locations that is a lot of marketing, a lot of external pump is being provided to increase the audience, but it did not work. You must understand that a lot of seafront destinations in Dubai, Sharjah, there's a beach, Ajman, there's a beach, Fujairah, there's a beach. Everywhere there are beaches, but the audience or the ROIs or the ROVs did not emerge as expected. In these locations, there are a few notable projects. So in the Treasure Island especially, okay, let's say Nobu, JW Marriott is very interesting, but JW Marriott does not have a private beach. Now, in a place like Dubai, okay, if I'm comparing Rashid Yatsen Marina and Dubai Islands, I can compromise a private beach because Dubai, the angle is not a resort destination. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. Today, we're going to a place to understand all of these demographics, okay, these numbers. I can adjust because I want a beautiful place to live. But when I'm going towards the Wynn Casino, I'm going to have fun, all right? I want to go to a resort. That's my mindset, right? I want to have a nice access to a private beach. So first, what is my number one option? Of course, there's the Wynn Casino over here, right? Beautiful orange building in the Dream Island. 1,700 rooms. Okay, that's definitely my number one option. Let's suppose, okay, it's not. So that's where, let's say, 80% of the crowd, okay, who wants to go will probably try to head off towards Wynn Casino. Let's suppose they cannot afford Wynn Casino, then is when, okay, then you've got the ultra luxury audience who would want to go towards a Nobu. Then in the View Island, you have the W Hotel coming up. That's another ultra luxury destination. And in this side, this curve over here, you have your address by EMA. Now, a lot of people in UAE, the Middle East, we love the address. So that's probably another destination that will make a lot of sense. If somebody wants a holiday home or place, okay, you know what, we love the casino, we need a room over here instead of booking a hotel. You've got some very interesting projects like, I think one of the best locations in the whole of Marjan Island, this is project called Oceano by Lux Developers. So that's a very interesting location. So there are very very few projects. So we must understand, okay, there are three islands, there are three islands: Treasure Island, Dream Island, View Island. In Treasure Island, I think Nobu, there's Nikki Beach over here, but I feel like that's also another, like the address, I think Nikki Beach will be another interesting destination depending on the pricing of the Wynn Casino. For the ultra high-end audience, you have the Nobu, you have the W Hotel. You probably will have high-end Airbnb here in Oceano. Now, reason I came to here, why I was discussing, let's say, a JVC versus Dubai Hills, is that, okay, you've got Marjan Island here and you've got Siniya Island here. What's the difference? Is that, okay, the master developer is Nakheel. Now, what does Nakheel do? Nakheel is a land bank. They just give to multiple developers. Now, in Marjan Island, as you can see, okay, it starts with Waldorf, and then there's Nikki Beach, and then there's on the opposite side you've got Missoni. So, and then it keeps going, right? So it starts with Waldorf, then goes to Nikki Beach, and then opposite side you have Durar. You've got Missoni by Durar, JW Marriott, Elisab. That's just in your Treasure Island. In the View Island, you've got multiple residential projects. So many new names, like Oceano itself, one of the best projects. It's technically a new name in the market. You've got the Rove hotels. In the Dream Island itself, you've got the Rove hotels. I think it's a border of Treasure and Dream. You've got the Wynn Casino. And you've got, so what I'm trying to say is that there are multiple projects, all different unique designs. Sometimes when they all come together in a piece of land, there could be positive and negative results that we should estimate as investors. And so what are we trying to do, especially since the price reached 3,000 dirham per square foot? What people like you and me should do is compare. Now, what is the difference between, let's say, Marjan Island and Siniya Island? Siniya Island, the whole island, it's a mangrove natural island developed by a singular developer, Shobha, and they're making a beautiful, symmetrical, ultra luxury island. Now, according to me, what Siniya Island looks and feels like, it feels like a Hamptons, So when I drive from Dubai airport, it takes about 45 minutes to Siniya Island and takes another 15 minutes to Marjan Island, right next to each other. So we need to compare. Here, the price is currently at around 2,200 dirham per square foot. And there are some, if you see the villas, like for example, in Marjan Island, now in this destination, because this is the Dream Island, View Island, over here, you've got, over here, you've got the Dana Bay Villas, right? Dana Bay Villas. Now, if you compare the Dana Bay Villas to The Siniya Island mansions, there's no comparison. It's beautiful, right? It's unbelievable. So if someone is looking for a holiday home, like I don't want to pay so much for hotels. Like for example, right now during New Year's, I think in downtown alone, if you want to spend the New Year's weekend, I think you have to spend around, I don't know, $10,000. That's for just for 3 nights. So what people do who are regular to Dubai, they buy these holiday home destinations just to stay, right? And now what they're going to do is, okay, they love downtown, they love City Walk, they love Blue Water Island, Imam Beachfront, JBR. So they're going to choose that one place that they, and what are they going to choose? Okay, bright, beautiful sea views, floor to ceiling windows, a nice destination, right? So we are trying to assess where to invest. Now I'm going to take you to a location that is going to sort of resonate with Marjan Island, and then we're going to go to a destination that sort of resonates with Siniya Island, and I'd like to know your feedback, right? No doubt there is the win effect, okay? You must again differentiate between Las Vegas. Again, calling, I don't think there's a comparison between Las Vegas and Marjan Island. It's going to be like the Olympics that were held in Qatar, right? It had its beauty and elegance of its own, but it's not the same thing. The whole crowd of Las Vegas is really different. You understand what I'm talking about, right? Here, it's going to be a very refined, classy crowd. And that classy crowd is picky. The rest is 80%. Now, this crowd, this ultra rich crowd, is 10% of the market, right? Rest 80 to 90% of the crowd is not that spending crowd. So this is why we need to assess where to invest. Okay, enough of talks. Let's go to these destinations. I'm really excited to show you. Let's go. Why you might have observed that nowadays my videos have taken a bit of a critical route because one, the prices are increasing, and two, there are so many new projects coming by that I feel as an investor, see, I love Dubai, and apart from all these flashy fake clickbait advertisements, see, I've seen projects like Sean that failed, right? I don't know if recently we saw there was a product called Dubai Lagoons by a developer called Sean, and the project got cancelled. So I've had my old friends call me saying that, like, what do we do? How do we solve this? Falcon City, these projects failed, and those investors create a negative sentiment in the market. So I feel like the gap that Dubai real estate market has is of consultants, of people who can black and white tell the difference. Okay, what, because every project can't be good. There has to be good, bad and average. And if people don't point it out, see, now real estate agents play a major role in the market. If a project does not sell, they cannot overprice that project. If a real estate agent does not overprice or hype and sell out projects, then the private developers will have to adjust the price accordingly. Right now, everyone is very aggressively selling. Some of these marketing renders are so extremely fake. Some of the numbers or some of the projections that they provide, okay, when casino is coming, everything in Marjan Island is fantastic. That's just the wrong approach. Now, I don't want to just be critical without substance. Hence, follow me on my trip. We are in Yas Island. Now, I don't know if you know a lot about Yas Island, but Yas Island, this is Warner Brothers. You've got Yas Water Park. You have Ferrari World. There's Sea World. There's a group of hotels. You need to define your audience. Who's your audience? Now, what you see around me, this is your audience, right? Families, kids. These are the tourists that come, and who you're potentially targeting when you're investing in a place like Marjan Island as well. Like I said, the extremely high end ultra luxury investors are probably 5 to 10%. But if I look at the occupancy rates, you can look at the restaurants over there. I checked with the hotel. So last weekend, almost 4 days, I was living over here in Abu Dhabi, and I was because see, you must understand how much Abu Dhabi is investing into its tourism. Like some of the biggest stars, Kevin Hart, Jason Momoa. Now I think it's Thor. I don't know what Thor's name is, but it's Thor. Chris Hemsworth. Now Chris Hemsworth. So they invest so much into the tourism, but reality of the matter is that today's Christmas. Today's Christmas in Dubai. This is not the crowd that you would anticipate. That's not the occupancy you would anticipate. Now let me show you. So this gives you an idea. Okay, now how much can a casino boost the tourism? Now this is where also I was talking about Blue Water Island. Blue Water Island is a phenomenal product. Now I do not control the sentiments or the energy of the market. JBR, from a lot of restaurants, now there are a lot of real estate stalls. Maybe that's one of the reasons where, or maybe the extreme traffic, the inconvenience, I'm not sure. But downtown works. So I'm not the one who defines the sentiments or the energy. That is why you need to be careful. You need to define your audience, understand the flowchart of your investment. So I've been studying real estate in Abu Dhabi a lot recently because it's beautiful. Like if you see the properties over here, in Saadiyat, I love Saadiyat Island, it's beautiful. Now we're going to see Jubail Island. Now Jubail Island reminded me of Siniya Island, and I saw the demand for quality. Now people enjoy that exclusivity, that privacy. Now these are the factors you need to understand what your target audience wants. It doesn't matter what you want. Investment should be non-emotional. So let me show you what I mean when I show you Jubail Island. Now, I don't know how to explain this to you, but this is a beautiful plot, right? It's a great location. But now, if I build 100 buildings over here, and I can ruin this, or I can build a few ultra luxury, beautiful mansions. The profit potential for the developer side is pretty much the same, but it's about the vision. And for the end, like, see, for example, if I'm the investor, if I'm building a house here with this view, I know the location, I understand the infrastructure, I'll make so much more profit. But at the same time, if I have 3,000, 6,000, in fact, what am I talking about? If I have almost 200,000 apartments over here, it ruins the whole infrastructure. So that's probably the major difference between Marjan and Siniya, that you have to be extremely careful. For example, yes, the villas, the mansions on the beach is a no-brainer. But of course, the capital is a lot higher. They start at 10 million. I think last week they released a 7-bed mansion, 66 billion. But in Marjan as well, see, in Marjan, of course, you need to be very careful. Like I mentioned, Nobu, Marriott, the W residences. Address is also a safe bet. It's EMA. There's a certain audience for it who loves the address as a brand in itself. So you need to just be a little careful. But this is beautiful. If you can get the right product in a location like this, it's... Let me show you Jubail Island. Now that's what a natural mangrove looks like. It has its own benefits, and we need to identify such unique features. The idea of today's video was the Wynn effect, or the Wynn casino. is a serious situation, but we need to identify which projects to invest in. It has to ideally have a beach because people enjoy that resort when you're going for a vacation. Your target audience are families coming in from all over the world, from UK, US, Canada, Australia. A lot of people across the world are done paying taxes. They want their families to be safe, and so these are your major target audience. Why do you think I keep advocating townhouses and villas? Because that's my target audience. I think it's a very easy audience to target. Then the next level, so that's your 2 to 5 million audience. If you want to go between 5 and 10 million, then imagine a mansion on a villa. Because let's say your ultra HNIs, what they require the most is privacy. They require quality of construction, they require privacy. And now it's very difficult to get privacy when there are too many projects. So you need a project with limited supply and very refined audience. So we can select such products, and such products that's when your ROE, your appreciation, goes towards the 150% mark. I hope you watched my Dubai Islands video. I said don't invest, but that's a great comparison to see. I think we should be able to compare. Now, see, another aspect that you need to understand is Win Casino, yes, it starts in 27. Up to 29 in UAE, no other casino can come. But after 2029, there are speculations of casinos coming in different parts. I know which location in Dubai, and I understand which location in Yas Island. So these are certain aspects that you need to add into your strategy report. If you watch my Dubai Islands video, it gives you great perspective. I want to show you in my next video the Four Seasons resort, and like how Siniya Island is an ultra luxury destination. There's another ultra luxury destination by H&H coming up over here in front of the Four Seasons. So that's another video that we'll get into. Please let me know if you have any questions, any doubts, or any suggestions on what else I should talk about. I'm going to try and talk as an investor and as someone who was born and raised in Dubai and who really loves this place and wants to make sure that the investor has the all-round understanding towards his investment.